Here we go. We are live. I'm making you host.
Okay. All right, you're the co-host. There you
Thank
go.
you so much.
Good morning. Hi,
Good morning.
everyone.
Stacy. Morning, everyone.
Good morning. I see Josephina, Sabina, Lois and Susan, Ed at the beach, Petra, CJ, and iPhone, Karen, Rosemary, BC, April, Felice, Karen, Marcia, Diane,
Good morning.
Zoom user, Cassandra,
And everybody.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Jackie, good morning. Good morning, Myrna.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, Linda. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
I forgot to charge up my iPad last night, so hopefully its battery's not as high. You still having your warm, hot, muggy weather, Stacy?
We sure are. They keep saying it's going to cool down, but it isn't.
Guys are it's AC time.
Yeah, not in this house.
Yeah,
No.
we couldn't live without it down here in Florida.
Oh, no. Florida, you really need it.
Well, actually, I'm in North Florida, so the temperature's not too bad, but it's the humidity. You want to keep the humidity out of the house.
Right. Yes, I see that in my floors. I can see that humidity damaging the wood floors. We'll get on it.
Well, are you in Western Pennsylvania or Eastern?
I'm in Central.
Central, okay.
Yep. Everybody ready for a good weight training session this morning?
Yes.
All right. All right, you guys. I see everybody.
FYI, yesterday everyone kind of had trouble signing in because there was a different interface.
Yeah.
It seems to be back to normal this morning.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's possible that you only have to do that one time to verify who you
I don't know. I understood what was going on yesterday because of all this extra security.
Yes.
But the problem is on the iPad, they kept saying, hit the enter button or the launch button. And unless you kind of scrolled the screen down, you couldn't find the launch button.
Oh,
But
I see.
figured it out. But it didn't do that this morning. So
Good. Well, I'm glad it was easier this morning. So before we get started, we have Max with us today. Max is a TA with Get Set Up, and he's here to provide additional support. If you have questions about your audio or video, you can reach out to Max directly in the chat. So be sure to do that. Don't leave your questions unanswered. And we are up to 42 participants in our session. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Welcome to, that's not what I wanted to do. I said, oh, you guys, I messed it up. Here it is. There it is. Goodness. All right. Present. Welcome to Wednesday Morning Fitness. Today's class is seated strength training, and I want you all to start your day strong with me. I am your guide. My name is Stacy, and I have been teaching fitness since the mid-1980s. That's a long time. And I have a birthday coming up, so it really kind of highlights how long I've been doing this. I enjoy connecting with other adults who love fitness or are interested in learning about fitness, have questions, and just want to improve their overall wellness. Remember that Get Set Up is this amazing training and educational platform that allows you to learn useful skills from people just like yourself so that you're able to do amazing and wonderful things in your life. And since we do learn from one another, I'm hoping that you will allow us a glimpse into your workout space this morning by turning on your cameras and letting us see your face or your body movement. Sometimes I just see arms going like this, and I love it. Remember, you can always request a recording after class by emailing help@getsetup.io. And if you're joining by the live stream, welcome. We're glad you found us on the website. But remember, the best way to participate is to join us and register for a class. And that way you have the advantage of receiving the email after class, and you're able to participate in any interactive portions of the class. Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products or services. And be sure you check with your doctor prior to starting any new exercise program, especially if you have health conditions or take any medications. And remember, if you have restrictions, if your doctor has said that you need to limit the intensity of your workout or the range of motion of your joints, then you be sure to follow your doctor's recommendations. Remember that my class is designed to be an educational fitness experience. So I do a lot of talking in order to educate you, with the goal that when you work out elsewhere or home alone, you will remember my cueing about body positioning, about proper form, and about the speed of using weights and all of the different various cues and education that I provide during my class. And I know many of you have heard it before, but I'm always anticipating new people joining us. And so each time I do try to repeat some of the education that I feel it's necessary to provide for you, especially because we're in an online format. And when I teach live, I'm able to walk around and correct people's positioning and format, form, and different things like that in the live setting. So I can't do that online. So with my goal of having you to remain as safe as possible, I do a lot of instruction. And I get it, that's not everybody's jam. And if you don't like it, maybe this just isn't the class for you. So with that, today we're using a chair. I have my non-stick mat on my chair. I have pillows, just in case we need a little bit of extra back support. I have an assortment of weights from 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and 5 pounds. And then today I might also use my 3-pound weighted ball. If you don't have a ball, you just use a weight for that particular exercise. Let me adjust this just a little bit. All right, you guys, here we go. Trip over my shoes. Oh, great start. Oh, and my water. Oops, I tried to tuck that in so it wouldn't get in the way today. Ponytail tucked in. And inhale, let's reach up. And exhale. Let's inhale again, reaching up, nice and tall. Keep that rib cage lifted this time as you exhale. feeling that space right here as your transverse abdominals are engaged. One more time, inhale up, hold the rib cage lifted, and exhale. Feel how that tightens everything up right here, and that's what I want you to do. Let's loosen up the neck and shoulders, chin over the right shoulder. Remain nice and tall through the torso, hips facing forward, knees facing forward, bent at a 90-degree angle with toes facing forward. Make sure you're breathing along with me. Face forward and rotate to the other side. Just chin over the shoulder. We are loosening up our neck. Back to the center. Take your chin down to the chest and roll the top of your head to the side so that your ear is over your shoulder. Roll down through the center position, over to the other side, ear over the shoulder. And head back up to center. Now the entire torso is going to do a rotation to the side, keeping the hips facing forward and your seat firmly planted in that chair. I want you to just turn to the side. Grab a hold of the seat of the chair if you can, the side of your thigh, and take a little bit of a pressure against that thigh. Keep space right here along the midsection and make sure you're breathing through the stretch. Now this is a contraction on the side to which you're turning and a stretch on the opposite side. Rotate through center and take it around to the other side. Relax your shoulders if you have found them to be tense. And return forward. Let's warm up the hips a little bit. Hands right here on the top of the thighs. Flex forward with a hinging action, keeping the back straight and return. We're going to be doing this motion a little bit later with weights. So we want to make sure that we have that strength activated in the lower back. Using your hands for support, but you can test yourself. Try with one hand or with no hands. We do this exercise on Mondays without weights. This is our Good Morning is the name of the exercise. It is simply a flat back, bow forward to the extent that your hips will allow this range of motion. And return. Let's just do one more. And now I want you to go all the way over. So when you reach the extent of the range of motion in your hips, round your spine over top of your thighs and reach down toward the floor. Finally, dropping your head. Using your hands to press back up with a flat back into that seated position. Let's take one more rotation with the upper torso to the side. Through center and rotate to the other side in a nice spiral. Waking up your spine and return to center. Let's activate our knees just a little bit now with a leg extension, one leg at a time. Just extend and return, extend and return. We're just doing 4 with each side, so we have one more to go. And now the shoulders. I want you to do a nice gentle roll, starting very small with a rotation toward the back. So your shoulders go up, around to the back and down. And as you do this, keep the movement slow and controlled, but gradually enlarge the range of motion, lifting your arms, rotating around and to the back. Remember, if there's any cracking, popping, or grinding, to reduce that range of motion. And let's reverse the direction, starting very small, to the back, around, and front. Make sure you're breathing. Long neck through this exercise. Long neck. Gradually making this movement larger. And one more. All right, I think we're ready to go. We're going to start with our upper body back work. So you can grab weights. We're going to do good mornings and seated deadlifts. I'm going to go ahead and use threes. Now here are your modifications. Without weights, you can hold your dumbbells on your thighs if you're going to use them later, or don't use them at all. Remember, the good morning is this bow forward and up. The next level is at your hips, and the most challenging level is on your shoulders. Take it forward. We're going to do 8 and up. Make sure you have your diaphragm lifted, working those transverse abdominals, keeping your belly button pulled in toward the spine. Forward and lift. That work on those transverse abdominals is important to protect your lower spine. Now, the action of this exercise starts in the hips. So you should feel that squeezing through your buttocks. And then the action goes into the lower back. Take it forward. Squeeze and lift. Very nice. Just 3 more. Two more. And here's your last one. And up. Let's take those weights right down here by the hips, and we're going to do a side lift right here. Now, you can make this a very small movement, just lifting at 45 degrees, or you can lift it a little bit higher, but I want you to do 8. So we're right here and lower. Here and down, and we have our torso upright this morning. Lift and lower. Keep this movement smooth and controlled. Try not to stop either at the peak of the lift or the bottom of the lift. Try not to relax right here, but keep the movement, just keep it going. So barely think about it as like tapping, tap down right here. Even if you're not tapping anything, just keep the movement smooth and consistent. Let's do 2 more since we're really focusing on the smoothness of this motion. And here's the last one. Very nice. And while we're here, let's do 1 set of biceps curls. Lifting and lowering for 8. Same thing, keep the movement smooth and controlled. Try not to stop and rest either at the top or the bottom of the movement. Remember that your elbows are tight by your waist. So your upper arms are being held right in there by your chest so that only the hinge action of the elbow is activating that biceps muscle. You're not rocking or doing any other type of assist with adjacent muscles. 2 more. Up and down. And lift and lower. We're going to do 1 more for the shoulders, and that is the forward lift, right here and down for 8. I have my palms facing downward. So the back of my hands is lifting up toward the ceiling. And again, modify the range. You want to just lift right there if you're just starting out, or if it feels like the weights are too heavy for you, you can go with a lighter weight. You could do every other one. And of course, you always have the option to do the movement with no weight at all. 2 more. Make sure that diaphragm is lifted and relax. All right, let's do our deadlifts. So we start with the weights on the floor or down here by our ankles or feet or shins or wherever your range of motion with the hips takes you. But it's at the very deepest part of this motion right here is where we start. And what we're going to do is just lift straight up. So the goal is in the seated deadlift that you begin with the weights near your ankle and end with the weights near your knee. And you're doing this action with a flat back. And again, you start with a squeeze through the buttocks, activating those gluteal muscles. So it's lifting and return. Let's keep it smooth. Today, we're really going to concentrate in every action that we don't rest at either the peak or the lowest part of the movement. Up and return. Lift and lower. And up. Keep it smooth and controlled. If I'm going too fast for you, you slow it down in your room. And down. 2 more. Last one. Great. I want you to take, if you have pillows available for you today, we're going to do some incline work for our shoulders and chest. So incline work means we will be leaning back this way. I have my buttocks up toward the front of the chair. I'm going to use a position of my feet to help me not slide, but I also have that non-stick mat on the seat of my chair. With just 1 throw pillow behind me, I'm going to be able to lean into this with a flat back. And I'm going to take my weights from right here, resting in my lap on my hips, and I'm just going to lift them up to shoulder height and return. Lift and return. Lift. There you go. It's hard to do these weights and not take a pause at the top or the bottom of the movement. I find myself with that bad habit from time to time, and that's why I really wanted to focus on it today. With every movement, try and keep it smooth. Don't pause or rest. 2 more, right here. Last one. Lifting with the weights together in front of you, like palms facing one another. We're going to just open to the side and return. Open and return. Keep those elbows soft. And you're only holding the weights tightly enough so you don't drop them. Remember, we don't squeeze our weights. 4 more. This is killing me. How about you? 3 more. And I only have 3-pound weights. 2 more. Last one. Wow. And release. You can go ahead and put that pillow down. We're going to do some more upright shoulder work. I don't think I'll use those again. I'm going to go down to 2 pounds. You might want to lighten your weights right now because we're going to do front, side, and back with our weights. And we've already worked our shoulders a good bit. So this may put some extra tension into those muscles this morning. So I have 2s right now. And this is going to be front, side, and back. And the whole time, I shouldn't have leaned forward. There's no lean, upright position. See, it's good if you have it's really good if you can see yourself on your camera or if you have a mirror to watch your positioning, because I didn't even realize I did that until I saw it. So we're keeping our palms facing inward toward the body. Lift front, return, lift side, return, lift back, start front again. Up, good, and side, and back. Keeping that torso strong, diaphragm lifted, up, and side, and back. Lift, and back. We're just doing 1 set of 8. We have 4 more. Remember to relax your neck. Two more. And here's the last one. Make it count. And relax. Let's do some biceps work and then some triceps work. I'm gonna go ahead and use the 3s. Sometimes I use the 5s with biceps, but this morning I'm not feeling it. So starting with your arms down by your hips, palms facing forward. We're gonna take it up and return. We're gonna do our counting series. So as we lift, we come up and we lower 1, 2, 3. Lift and lower 1, 2, 3. So it's super slow on the eccentric portion of the movement. That's right, the lifting is the concentric movement and the return is called the eccentric. And lift, lower, nice and slow, bring it up and lower. Make sure you're breathing, diaphragm lifted, shoulders relaxed. We're only working the biceps here. 2 more. Last one. We have 2 more sets of 8 to go with a different count sequence. If you need to adjust your weights, do it now. We're keeping the same hand positioning, but this time we're lifting 1, 2, and lowering for 2. 1 set of 8. We haven't done the counting for a few sessions now. Lift for 2 and lower. Keep those elbows tight. Upper arms squeezed in by your sides and down. Two more, up for 2 and down. And here's the last one. We have 1 more set of 8 to go. We're gonna lift slowly with 3 counts and lower more quickly. And again, if you wanna switch out your weights, do it now. So we're gonna lift 1, 2, 3, and down. Lift 1, 2, 3, and down. Lift 1, 2, 3, and down. Lift. 4 more. And 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Great job. We're going to work a little bit on the triceps now. And for this exercise, we're not going to do 3 sets of 8, but let's go for 1. You do need to hinge forward so that you can lift your elbows. And you want your elbows to be squeezed in behind your back. So if you saw me from the front, they wouldn't be sticking out here. They would be as tight in as I can possibly get them, so that when I extend my arm to the back, it's going straight back and not out here to the side somewhere. And this is working on the triceps or the muscle on the back of your upper arm. Extend and return. Take it out and in, 1 set of 8. Are you with me? And yes, you can do this standing. Out and in. That's it. I see some of you moving. I love it. 2 more. Come on, stay with me. And last one. All right. Very good. Let's do a little bit of hip work. Just a little bit. Placing your weights right here on your thighs, just above your knees. First exercise, just to get us started and warmed up, is a heel lift. This exercise really works more of the calf, and that's okay. We're working up to working the quadriceps and the hip flexor. And we're just doing 8 heel lifts right here with the added additional pressure of having a weight right here above the knee. Lifting and return. Lift and return. 2 more, and then we'll do the other leg. All right, let's take 8 on the other side, right here. Heel up and down. And you're taking this at your own pace with the goal of completing 8. We have 4 more. And last one. And now I just want you to do a very small marching step. If you can clear your foot from the floor, that's all we need. And we'll do 8 on one side and then 8 on the other. Sit tall, diaphragm lifted, abs are tight, and lift for 8 on one side. Again, try not to rest. Let that foot just tap the floor and go again on that lift. 4 more. And 3, 2 more. Here's the last one, other leg for 8. Sitting nice and tall. 4 more. Nice. I'm going to challenge you to do 1 more set of 8 with each leg, but lift ever so slightly higher if you can. Lifting up for 8. Lift. And 4 more. Last one. And here's the other side for 8. Last one. Nice job with the leg work. Back to the shoulders. Let's do alternating overhead presses. So that's one arm up and then the other. Think about smooth and consistent movement. Now we are doing a pause at the bottom here because we're holding. But as you reach up, immediately return. Lift and return. There you go. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. And here's the last set of right and left. Let's do one set with both arms going up simultaneously so we can see how we're doing with that smooth and continuous movement. Up, down, keep going, lift. Remember to keep the weight slightly in front of your body. They should be right within the edge of your peripheral vision. Lift and lower. 4 more. 3. Last one. Woo! I don't know about you guys, but my arms and shoulders are burning just a little bit with that. Let's do the compound movement of Arnold presses, which is a biceps curl and an overhead press. We've done quite a bit of arm and shoulder work this morning, but we're not done yet. All right, so biceps curl, overhead press, return, take it down to the hips. That was 1. Keep that movement smooth and controlled. So on the biceps curl, I let my palms face forward. And as I go overhead, I turn just slightly so my palms are facing inward. Up, return, and down. I think that was 4. Relax your shoulders. Even when you press up overhead, try not to hunch your shoulders up around your ears. 2 more. Relax your hands. And last one. Very nice. Let's take a lighter set of weights. We're going to do one more set of front, side, back, shoulder lifts. And then I think we might do another set with the pillow behind our back. Nice and tall, starting with the weights down by your hips, palms face inward, lift front, return, side, and back. Remember not to rock forward when you do that lift to the back, which I feel like I have a bad habit of doing that. This is one of those do as I say, not as I do cases. So just to clarify, this is not correct. This is what we want to do. So front, side, and back. That's better. Then you really feel the squeezing of the shoulder blades behind your back, which is what we're aiming for. This is a great way to improve your posture by working on strong shoulders. And lift forward, side, and back. Let's just do 2 more. And here's the last one. Front, side, and back. Good. Let's grab that pillow again for another set of chest exercises. 1 or 2 pillows, because you're going to be sitting toward the front edge of your chair. You can extend your feet out in front of you to help you so you don't fall off the chair, but you want to straight back, leaning in this position so that the back of your shoulders are touching the chair. And I'm using my lighter weights for this set. We're going to start right here with the elbows high and just press forward. Press forward. We're going to do 8 right here. Relax your neck. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Last one. Let's take the weights out in front and open side. And now we're going to bring them in for 8. And open. Four more. 3. And here's the last one. I'm dying. Open and relax. Now, while you're here in this inclined position, ever so slightly with the weights in front, let's do an abdominal twist. And twist. Twist to the side. Now you have the pillows behind you to support your back, so you can really focus on those oblique muscles in your abs. The obliques are the ones that run along the side of your body and help with twisting and bending to the side. You can hold your weights in if you prefer. You can lift your elbows to the side. And this is the exercise I was thinking of using the weighted ball for. But you can do it just as easily with 1 or 2 weights being held right here. 1 more, right and left. And let's relax. Woo! You can go ahead and put those pillows to the side. Let's do some stretching and a little bit of additional postural correction work. We're going to do a little bit of rotation through our arms as well. But I feel like we've worked a lot of shoulders, so I want to just go ahead and put the weights down. And to start with, for stretching, give yourselves a big hug. Right here with the elbows in front. Now notice that you have one arm over top of the other. And when you release the stretch, we're going to do it to the other side. Same side, you're stretching with your arms in front. What I mean is the other arm will be on top. So automatically for me, my right arm went on top the first time, and now I have my left arm on top. And you're reaching around to wherever you can hold, if it's your shoulders or your upper arms, wherever you can hold for this stretch. And then when you open your arms to the side, I want you to press back behind the midline of the body to open up the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together in the back, which assists with posture. Great job. Let's do our YWTL. We're using these letters to designate positioning of the arms. Starting first with the Y position, your arms are up overhead, thumbs facing back, and you're going to press those arms back behind the midline of your body. And I want you to really feel, as you hold this position, feel what is happening with your shoulder blades in your back. They should be sliding in toward your spine. Now your elbows are soft. I don't want you to lock your elbows. And then let's pull the elbows down and back into the W position. Again, squeezing those shoulder blades in toward the spine as you press your arms beyond the midpoint of the body. Extending the arms side into the T position. Pinkies are now facing the back, and you're pressing those arms beyond the midpoint. Feel the shoulder blades. What are they doing? Feel that squeeze, that tension in your upper back. And now pulling the elbows in toward your waist. Now you feel that that tension has moved a little bit lower. So you have literally worked from the top to the bottom of the muscles around your shoulder blades. Palms up, thumbs toward the back. And let's repeat, starting with our Y. Pressing thumbs back toward the back wall. Elbows soft. Diaphragm lifted, and you're breathing. Breathe with me and smile. Are we having fun yet? Pull the elbows down and back. Feel your shoulder blades connecting. They slide in toward the spine. A lot of what we do in both strengthening and stretching exercises is connecting our mind with the muscle. So if you focus on the muscle that you're trying to work rather than the movement, you will have so much more success. So yes, I give you movement cues, like here's the position in this W, but where your mind should be is on those muscles that are contracting in your upper back. Out into the T, pinkies toward the back, palms down. And elbows in. This is the L position. Palms up, thumbs back. Wiggle your fingers and relax. Let's take those arms directly out in front, palms up. And we're going to do a little bit of rotation through the forearm. And you'll feel it a little bit in the very front of your shoulder. Rotate, palms down. Rotate, palms up. Palms down, palms up. Palms down and up. That's it. Palms down, up. One more. Palms down and up. Let's turn with the palms down now, and I want you to show me your fingernails. And now show me your palms. Show me all your jewelry. Show me your rings and your fingernails. Wiggle your fingers. Palms up. 2 more times. Show me your manicure. And palms up. Last time. Show me your jewelry and your nails. Fancy. And palms up. Now let's take it inward, fingers in toward one another and out to the side. Fingers in together and open side. Fingers in and open. One more time, fingers in and open. Now, fingers in and connect, right? Now, can you turn this inside out for me so that you show me your palms, but your fingers are still connected? And if you're here and this is okay for you, can you lift it up overhead? Feel that stretch through the arms, through the chest. A little bit in the shoulders. Feel what happens in your back. Bring your palms down, hands in front again, and release. Keep going all the way around to the back. Lean forward if you must. Where can you connect your hands? Can you touch them together? Palms together? I'm going to turn so you can see in the back. I just have them here, but maybe you just have fingertips touching right here. Wherever you are with your palms toward the back. Now I want you to sit up straight and lift your head. Ooh, that changes things, doesn't it? And release. Arms out to the side and let's do some rotation. Palms down and up. It feels different here. Palms down and up. Every position activates different muscles. And that's why when I give directional cues, I'm doing that to make sure that you are using the same muscle that I'm trying to target. Just this one movement from the front to the side makes a difference. And there we are. And release. All right, let's get back into our correct position and lift, reach, tall, and let's go forward all the way, starting with a flat back and reaching long out in front of you. And when you have reached the extent of your hip flexibility, round your back over into a smooth C curve and allow your head to drop. Rest your torso on your thighs if you are able to flex that far forward. And when you're ready, place your palms on your thighs and press back up into the upright and seated position. I have not cued you to drink during this class this morning. My apologies. I hope you remembered without me reminding you. I'm going to need to make myself a big sign, drink water. Stay with me while we do a little bit of breath work and have some positive affirmations to take with us into the day. Sitting up nice and tall, relax your legs in front. I like to cross my ankles when I get to this point, but I try not to slouch into my chair. So I do want to encourage you to sit up nice and tall, but begin to bring your attention to your breathing. And notice the rise and fall of your chest and ribs as you inhale and take in your breath today. And you know, at this point, when we're talking about breathing and inhaling and bringing in positive air and good energy with our breath, I often ask you to imagine the air for you is a color that you love. And today my color is a bright peach. And I don't even know why that color popped into my head today. I seem to get different color prompts every day. So today it's a bright peach. And I'm going to imagine that on my next inhale, my positive, optimistic, joyful, and grateful breath is a glorious, bright peach. And as I exhale, I'm going to release the gray, dark, negative, unhappy, judgmental, critical, do list, deadline, and all those negative things that many of us have in our lives. Or maybe they're not negative, but they're a little bit stressful. Or maybe they hang over your head like a cloud of doom. But just for right now, take this time and this breath just for you and enjoy the feeling of positivity and optimism that comes with the endorphins that we access today in this workout. Because every time we move our body and put a little stress and tension into our muscles, we get these wonderful feel-good hormones in our brains that are called endorphins that contribute. You maybe have heard of a runner's high, and that's what it is. But we don't have to run to get those feel-good hormones in our brain. Anyway, continue with your focus on your breath and take in some of these thoughts. Perhaps one will resonate with you for the rest of today. I accept all parts of myself, the parts that hurt, that give me pain, and even the parts I don't like when I look in the mirror. I accept all parts of myself. And I accept that fitness is a journey, and we are all on this journey together, and we help one another, and we support each other along this journey. And just for today, I will accept the thought that I am good enough, just how I am. Right here, right now, I am good enough. I listen with love to my body's messages, especially those messages that tell me to modify an exercise, or to slow down, or to drink water, or to rest. I listen to those messages with love. And finally, I am willing to learn something new every day. I am willing to learn something new every day. And thank you for choosing to learn it here with me on Get Set Up. Stay with me while I approach the screen and share with you my closing slides.
Thank you, Stacy.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, let me share here.
Thank you, Stacy.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy.
Class was wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Remember that
Thanks.
you can share your experience on social media using the hashtag #GetSetUp or @GetSetUp. And if you're not active on social media, be sure that you email Liz at getsetup.io, and she'll share your stories, your thoughts, your photos, and look for other related classes to get you moving, like Ageless Grace or the many line dancing classes taught by Shirley. And there's a couple different yoga classes now that are being offered, and Tai Chi. My next class is Fitness Combo on Thursday, that's tomorrow, followed by Balance and Flexibility on Friday. Be on the lookout for the email that comes from Get Set Up and includes some key takeaways from today's class, as well as a downloadable sheet of reminders that you can post in your workout room that give you the reminders to breathe and to modify and probably to drink water, but I'm going to double check on that. The email will also contain some highlighted classes that you might also enjoy, and I choose those classes from a list, and they're usually other workout or movement-based classes. And then the email will also contain a link where you can provide feedback, and I read all the feedback. Thank you very much for your thoughts. Remember that you can refer a friend now by looking for the screen that says invite a friend. It's right after you book your class. So you get this, hey, you're all booked, yay. And then it says invite a friend. And if you click on that, it takes you to the next screen where you're able to enter your friend's email address and click on the orange tab, and they will automatically get an invitation to join Get Set Up. Here's the important email to remember: help@getsetup.io. Use that email address to request a recording of today's session, or to let us know you would like to host an interest group, or maybe to suggest a new class topic. You can also share the organization in your community that we could possibly partner with, because we do partner with many assisted care, senior living, government, and community organizations across the country. And if we're not yet in your community, let us know. Once again, thank you for joining me this morning, and hopefully I'll see many of you tomorrow. If you have a question you want me to respond to, be sure to include your email and I will do my best. I still am collecting emails from previous feedback so that I can reach out to those people who ask me direct questions. So feel free to do that. Thank you so much again. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Stacy. You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.